Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to the Loud Life Show with your host, Alvin Folks. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me. Tune into the Loud Life Show each and every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on WQMIX Radio. I am so happy to be with you this Sunday. I hope that all is well. I hope that you are feeling good. I hope that you are in a good place. I hope that you are striving to be better than you were yesterday. And I hope that your tomorrow proves to be even better than your today. So just keep on doing what you're doing. In the next few weeks, very soon, I will provide you all with some contact information on how to reach me so that you can get in touch with me for some other things that I do, other services I provide for individuals and for groups. I am just so happy and shout out again to El Bravador for giving me this platform to be able to talk to you so that we can be on a journey together to explore and become our best selves. So I'm excited. I'm excited about what life is going to bring for me. I'm excited what life is going to bring for you. I'm excited about life in general. And so today I wanted to talk to you. The topic that we're going to explore today is talking about progress. And the way I want to frame it is you cannot have progress without process. I'm going to say that again. You cannot have progress without process. Now, I'm also a professor. I teach business administration, and I just finished teaching a class on process management. I've taught classes on operations management. I've taught classes on project management. And even though those things are geared toward organizations, the way that I like to frame those things is how do we use those things in our everyday lives? So, one of the things I want to talk about today is about process and having process help you to have progress. So, I want you to think about something in your life that you want to do. I want you to think about a goal that you have. I want you to think about something that you have always wanted to do, something that you really, really have a great desire to do. And I want you to picture yourself in that place right now. Okay? Whatever that is. I don't care if it's a trip to some place you've never been before, if it's a personal goal for your fitness, your health, your education, your career. I want you to picture yourself there right now. And I want you to understand this. For you to get there, you have to understand that there has to be a process for you to get there. I know that you all want to believe that you can just click your heels, snap your fingers, clap your hands, blink your eyes, do something, and you will be from point A to point B in record time. That's not the way anything in your life works. It is a process. Process will bring you progress. Too often, we are too impatient with the process. And that's where we start falling short because we're too impatient to deal with the process because we live in a microwave society. We think that we throw everything in the microwave, push a few buttons for a couple of minutes, and it comes out piping hot and it's all ready to go. Okay? But let me tell you something. Everything can't be done in the microwave. You cannot cook your Thanksgiving turkey in the microwave. Don't even try it. Trust me, don't try it. You can't do that. Everything's not meant for the microwave. Everything's not meant to be done quickly. Some things have to have time. Some things have to move slowly in order for you to see progress. But to progress, you have to go through the process. Okay? You have to think about any goal that you have has to really take into account that you have to take steps toward that goal. I run into people all the time that want to talk about going someplace, going forward, doing whatever, and they just instantly want to do it. It doesn't happen instantly. So I'm going to give you two examples, okay? Let's first talk about if you decide you want to take your dream trip to wherever it is that you want to go. Let me just throw a place out there. A lot of people say they want to go to Hawaii. I have been to Hawaii. I've been twice. Hawaii is an absolutely gorgeous place. In fact, it is hands down my favorite place on earth. When I go to Hawaii, I feel calm. I feel serene. The weather is beautiful. The people are outstanding. The surroundings. It's just you even smell Hawaii. You smell it before you see it. It's just absolutely. It's breathtaking. It's like heaven on earth. So I talk to people and they say, let's say they want to go to Hawaii. Okay, well, are you planning to go to Hawaii? No, because it's just going to take too much time. It's going to take too much money. It's going to take too much work. So then my next question is, well, how do you know how much it costs? And they go, well, I just know it's expensive to go because so-and-so told me. When did so-and-so go? Oh, they went about 5 years ago. Did they tell you how much it was? No, they just they just told me it was expensive. Okay, so you're operating off of somebody else's incomplete information about what you want to do. So do you want to go to Hawaii? Yes. Okay, well, the first step is research Hawaii. Hawaii is a series of islands. Research it. Find out which one do you want to go to? Which one appeals to you? Then, once you find where you want to go, then start looking at when do you want to go? When is the best time for you to go? I want to go to Hawaii. Let's say for all intents and purposes, I want to go to Oahu, which is where Honolulu is. So I want to go to Honolulu. That's on the island of Oahu. So now I know where I want to go. When do I want to go? Well, I've heard the best time to go, weather is perfect and everything. I want to go in September. Okay, I want to go in September. How long do you want to stay? Well, I have looked at it, and to do everything I want to do, I think I would stay 8 days. 8 days should be a good time for me to stay. Okay, so now you know where, you know when, and you know how long. Now that you know those three things, now you can start doing the next part of the process, which is let's research how much it's going to cost. What is your budget? Do you have a budget? Do you have a budget set up? Yeah, I got some money set aside. Okay, you got some money set aside. So now that you have money set aside, now let's look at, does that money cover what it is that you want to go do? So now you're going to research. Now you have the time, the place, and you know exactly when you want to go. Okay, so let's do that. So now you look it up, you find out how much it costs. You're looking at all these different levels of hotels and things like that, the cost for flights. You want to do something that includes flight and hotel. You got to look at all of those things. And then once you decide that's what you want to do, so you can get an idea of what you want to do. Now the process of planning continues, because now let's say it's more than the money that you have saved up. So now you have to be in the process of saving more money. What does that mean? See, you didn't know that one process was going to lead to another process. So now the process of saving more money means, does that mean that I have to eat out less? Does that mean that some of the things that I enjoy that are extracurricular that I'm going to have to sacrifice doing in order to save money in order to go? Possibly. Does that mean that I may have to work some overtime? Possibly. Does it mean that, some of the things that I would just normally have coming out of my account, that I have to stop those things for a while? Possibly. because you know what your goal is. And saving money is a process. Unless you have some independently wealthy person in your family that will just say, oh, you want to go to Hawaii? Here's all the money you need. Bye. That's microwave. We not in the microwave. We doing things in the oven. Okay. So I have to save this money. I have to save so that I can afford to be able to go and go comfortably. Because not only do I have to pay to get there, I have to pay to stay there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because while you're there, you still got to eat. While you're there, you want to go see and do things. Those things cost money. While you're there, you're going to want to buy things. You want to buy things and bring things back for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, for a coworker, whatever it is. So those things are going to cost money. So you have to take all of that into account. How much do I want to spend while I'm there? And then you start the process of saving. Now, this is where people mess up. They get overwhelmed at the process. So therefore, they don't make any progress. They get overwhelmed with the process. They get overwhelmed with the saving. They get overwhelmed with the planning. They get overwhelmed with getting itinerary done. They get overwhelmed with trying to wrangle everybody together to see who's going to go with you on the trip. And they get overwhelmed by all those things, and they make no progress because they are afraid or overwhelmed by the process. So then they end up staying at home, and 5 years later, they're still saying, I want to go to Hawaii. You see how I just did that? See how process can lead you to progress, but you have to go through the process. Part of the process in this particular scenario would be maybe you want to hire somebody to do these things for you. Plan your itinerary. That's why they got travel agents out there. So you can plan your itinerary. You can have somebody plan your hotel, plan your flight, do all that kind of stuff. Now you just got to come up with the money. And so that's still a process. So you have to figure out how I'm going to pay for this, whatever the case may be. What's the time frame? Maybe they got a payment plan, whatever. However it is, it's still a process. Okay, let's use the second one. You want to lose weight and get healthy. So somebody asks you, so what's your goal? And you say, I want to be healthy. Well, great. Hopefully we all want to be healthy. But what does that mean? What does that mean, I want to be healthy? I don't know. I just want to be healthy. I've been going to the gym. And what's your goal when you get in the gym? I just want to be healthy. Okay, see, part of your process is defining your goal. That's not saying I want to be healthy is not a goal. I'm sorry to tell you that it's not. Because hopefully we all want to be healthy. Saying I want to go in the gym so that I can increase my strength, that's a goal. I want to increase my endurance. That's a goal. I want to lose 15 pounds. That's a goal. Because see, that's something you can work toward. You can't work towards just, I want to be healthy. Because then where do you start with that? Where do you start? See, part of doing process is figuring out start and finish. Finish would be the goal. So now you say, what's your goal? I want to lose 15 pounds. Okay. Is there a particular time frame that you were thinking, or do you just have a goal of losing 15 pounds? That is a very valid question. Some people want to lose 15 pounds for an event. They want to lose 15 pounds so they can go into summer season. They want to lose 15 pounds so they can wear a certain outfit to a certain event. Whatever their goal is. Some people, I want to lose 15 pounds because my doctor said I need to lose 15 pounds. So if that's the goal, fine. So if there is no time frame behind that goal, if there's no time frame other than the fact that you want to lose the 15 pounds, then let's focus on losing 15 pounds. What is that going to take? Well, it's going to take you coming to the gym and working out with me as a personal trainer. And I'm speaking, hypothetically, working out with me as a personal trainer 2 times a week. It's going to also involve you having to work out on your own 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. So you're working out 5 days a week, and 2 are with my trainer, 3 are on my own. I also need you to adjust what you consume. So now we need to look at what you eat, and we need to modify your meals. We're not trying to starve you. We're trying to change lifestyle. So in changing lifestyle, that means that we're going to tell you the great things to eat, the things that you should modify, and the things that you should kind of, stay away from for the time being. And then some of the things that you can have, but maybe you can have it in a smaller portion. Either way, we're just trying to get to the goal, and we're going to do that in the right way. That is process. Now, a lot of people don't meet their weight goals because they're not willing to go through the process. They want to rush through the process. So the first week, they get overwhelmed by the exercise, they get overwhelmed by the change in their eating habits, and then they get on the scale at the end of the week and they've lost 2 pounds. And they go, I did all of that, I only lost 2 pounds. Screw it. You're frustrated with the process, but you didn't give the process a chance. 2 pounds in a week is great. That's the average weight loss. People think you're supposed to lose 5, 6 pounds. That's because they're too busy watching TV shows for extreme weight loss. Healthy weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week. So you have somebody around you who can help you understand you're on track. You're doing a good job. Now let's do this. Now let's do that. That's what my personal trainer does for me. I understand why you're frustrated, but it's okay. You have somebody that's talking you through the process. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It takes process, and you can't be frustrated with the process. I'm not saying that you won't be frustrated. I'm not saying that at all, because God knows I have been frustrated in my health journey before. I am healthy. Praise God. I'm at my weight that I want to be. I'm a little bit off of it right now because I've experienced some setbacks because of illness, but that's okay because I know what I need to do in order to get myself back to where I know I can be, because I understand process. Do you see what I'm saying? Before I understood process, all I was doing was getting frustrated that things weren't happening as quickly as I wanted them to happen. But look, things that are worth having are worth working for, and they're worth waiting for. Does that make sense? Let me tell you something. Have you ever heard the statement, you can't eat an elephant in one bite? First of all, don't be out here eating elephants. The second thing is, it is a metaphor so that you can understand that if you think about the ginormity of an elephant, you're not going to just eat a whole elephant. You have to eat an elephant one piece at a time. So that's a process. That's really speaking to process. So, for example, you want to clean your entire house. I had to learn for myself because I had to know me well enough to be honest with me. I can't clean my whole house and do something in one room while I'm doing something in another room while I'm doing something in another room. Because what happens for me is I end up at the end of the day with a whole lot of half-cleaned rooms, and then I get frustrated because I got a house that still looks the same way it did when I started the process. So I had to change my process and say to myself, it's okay for me to just concentrate on this room today. Then I concentrate on this room. This room looks the way I want it to look. I've done everything I want to do in this room. Now let me move to the next room. That process works for me. And then at the end of it, I have a clean house. That works for me. For other people, it may work where their process is, I can clean 2 rooms at a time while I'm doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. And at the end of the day, I have all of that done. Whatever that process is, trust the process and allow the process to work for you, because process will lead to progress. Think and talk to anybody that has ever run a race, do cycling in a race, anything like that. They will tell you that they had to have process in the way they train in order to progress. People don't wake up one morning and say, I want to run a marathon. And a marathon is 26.2 miles. I'm going to wake up this morning and tomorrow I'm going to run a marathon. No, you're not tomorrow. It's going to take you a while to train to run a marathon. Because especially if you've never run before. So before you can run 26.2 miles, it might behoove you to see if you can run 1 mile and then build from 1 mile to 3 miles. Then build from 3 miles to 5 miles. You see what I'm saying? And you are developing stamina, endurance, perseverance, all of those things, so that when it's time for you to really run toward your goal of finishing this marathon, you're prepared because you went through the process. That process led you to progress. That progress takes you to your goal. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Process will give you progress. Progress will lead you to your goal. But you can't be afraid of the process. You can't negate the process. Oh, you can't skip steps in the process. The process is the process. You can't make substitutions in the process and still expect the same amount of progress. You can't. Any personal trainer will tell you, you cannot outwork a bad diet. So I don't care if you're in the gym 5 hours a day. If you are in the gym 5 hours a day and you come home and you eat a whole pizza, a whole 2 pints of ice cream, a bunch of cookies, and drink a 2-liter soda, you are not going to outwork a bad diet. It is all about process. So you are not going to skip steps or try to make the process work for you because you are too afraid to step outside of you to do something different for you, to give you a different result for you. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people want to have progress without process. They want to make their own process. After talking to somebody who knows process, after talking to somebody who has demonstrated process, I'm about to go on a process. I'm doing a 90-day workout process challenge. That's what it is. I couldn't get my words together. It's a 90-day challenge. I've never done this challenge before, but I've done challenges before, and I'm up for this challenge. I have people that are going to be doing it with me. I understand that there is a process, 90 days of doing something that I'm not used to doing. So that is going to require me to change mindset. That's going to require me to change habits. That's going to require me to change my time management, all of those things. I'm ready to dive into the process because I want to see the progress so that I can get to my ultimate goal of what I want to weigh, how I want to look, what I want to wear, how I want to feel, what I want my numbers to say. Are you following me? But I also understand that I cannot have progress while I'm trying to cheat the process. I hope somebody gets this. I hope somebody gets this because something in your life requires process. I'm not going to stay on this point too long, but somebody you trying to get away from. I'm not going to stay here long. I'm not going to stay here because you're already uncomfortable. You're already uncomfortable, but I know this is going to make you even more uncomfortable. Somebody is in the process of mentally thinking, I got to get away from this person. And you could be a friend, could be a coworker, could be a job, could be a spouse, could be just a toxic relationship in your life. I don't care what it is. Somebody in their mind already got that in their head. I just need to get out of here. But you can't do that without process. You can't. You can't just up and just out. Do you know people that quit jobs with no job? Oh, I can't stand it here. I quit. Now you ain't got no job. No. If you've decided in your head, I think I need to leave this job. I need to look for another job. Then start the process of looking for a job, applying for a job, interviewing for a job, obtain a job. Because my daddy always told me, you don't leave a job till you have a job. That's part of the process. If you got somebody in your life that you're tied to, and I mean, I'm not talking financially. Let's say you're tied to emotionally. It's a process to break those ties because you know that person is toxic. That's a process. Is it an easy process? Absolutely not. It's not easy. If it was easy, we wouldn't be around toxic people. It's not easy. Is it necessary? Yes, but you have to take yourself through a process. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Was it painful? Yes, Lord. Yeah, it was painful. I didn't know what I was going to do. But as I allowed myself to go through the process of deconstructing this relationship as it stood and disconnecting from these individuals, I realized that each day I had more clarity, I was getting stronger, I had more focus, and I had more drive because I am trusting the process, even on the days when it hurt. And it hurt so bad that I wanted to say, forget the process. I'll just stay where I am. But why would I choose pain over progress? Because I need to move forward. Don't choose pain over progress. I know you look in the mirror and you say, I want to change. Then start the process to change. I know you look at your bank account and say, I need to change. Then start your process to change. I know you see all these people on social media taking trips that you want to take. Then start your process to make those things happen. And know that there are going to be some days that you're going to feel bad. There are going to be some days you're going to feel frustrated. There's going to be some days you're going to feel like giving up. There's going to be some days you're going to feel like throwing in the towel. There's going to be some days you're going to feel like cussing everybody else out about the lack of your progress. But trust me, if you hang in there and trust the process, believe that you can do it. My best friend has a statement that he uses that he gave me talking about going to the gym. Dedication over motivation. Every day you're not going to feel motivated. You have to be dedicated to your process. There are days I get up, I don't want to go to the gym. I get up and go to the gym early. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But when I look at what I want to do and what I want to accomplish, then I have to be dedicated to my process in order to have progress, which will help to advance me to my goal. Am I making sense? So whatever that is for you, ladies and gentlemen, whatever that is for you, because it ain't for me to tell you what your goals should be. You know what your goals are. You know what your desires are. You know what your aspirations are. Know that in order to achieve any of that, you have to have process, because the process is going to lead you to progress, and that progress will ultimately get you to your goal. But you gotta hang in there. You gotta hang in there. You gotta start. That's the first step. Start. You'll never get there if you don't start. You don't need milestones in order to start. It ain't got to be the first of the month. It ain't got to be the first of the year. It ain't got to be midpoint. It ain't got to be a certain day. Start now. Start. If you need to research something, start it today. If you need to research something, start it this week. You don't need a round number on the calendar in order to get things straight. You don't need a round number on your clock in order to say, I'm going to do something today. It don't have to be 10 a.m. It can be 10:15. It can be 10:22. Start. Start your process. Trust your process. Be dedicated to your process. Watch your progress. And ultimately, you'll reach your goal. That's my time, people. That's my time. Thank you for listening to the Loud Life Show here on WQMIX every Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I love you. Ain't a thing you can do about it but love me back. Keep living loud. Keep striving to be the best version of you that you can be. God bless you. Have a great week. Start your process so that you can start to progress toward that goal that you set for yourself. I love you. I'm gone.